Alright everyone, welcome back to Master of Command and our King's Household playthrough. Alright, so left off last time, we did leave off here at this town. I might still get some cheap carbines to give our guys some carbines. Okay, either way, basically what we're seeing is that we have plenty of new items to outfit our artillery crews, our cavalry, and our infantry. So let's go ahead and get on that real quick. Let's see. Who needs the speed the most? Well, I'm going to give that to these guys now because they really desperately need some speed. In fact, that brings them into line with the rest of the cavalry. So I think we'll do that and that. So that makes them pretty effective. They're brand new cavalry. I did not customize them just yet. I'm trying to figure out exactly which unit I want them to be. They'll likely be customized for the next episode as well. Alright, I'm trying to keep everything as close to like Royal or Guard troops with the design for each one of these units I choose as much as I possibly can. So that's a big part of the consideration. Okay, so reload, obviously. They need the limber chest because they're reloading the fastest. Okay. Don't need the Charleville at the moment. No. Okay. Entrenching tools. Well, I gave the Royal Marines the earthworks, so they're going to get the entrenching tools. Bibles. Who needs fire damage reduction the most? Probably the cavalry, actually. Since they only have 600 men, fire damage can decimate them. They're really good in melee combat, though. I'm not too concerned about that. But the fire damage is a big problem. Okay, this is for reload. I think we want to give our reload to our artillery first. So they will be firing much faster. Excellent. Alright, so these are extra items we have. Cool, looks like we did buy some food as well. Just to be sure we have enough of that going on. Alright, let's see what we got going here. We'll come back for that convoy. We're going to hit these three. Alright. Encampment number 1. Hopefully it's pretty good. Allied training. Okay. Yeah, I want the regiments to get training. That does hurt our ammo a good deal, though. Let's go to the settlement here first. And they have infantry recruitable plus, cost minus 10. We can't really afford any of that anyway. Let's see, we do have some good cavalry swords and some decent horses. Those are pretty good, actually. Alright. Not too bad. The cheese would help morale. That'd be pretty good for that. I think I want the swords. Maybe the horses. Melee damage and move speed 6. Accuracy and move speed. I'm not sure. I don't really want to rid ourselves of that much at the moment. Alright, we'll do that one. Cool. Okay. I'm tempted to buy some food here. Let me see. Is there a place that has food? Oh. There's one that has cattle farms. That's pretty good. Okay. Well, before we go up and get these two, I want to get these guys. I don't want them to escape. Alright, 3 artillery. We got some Brunswicker Musketeers, Highland Foot, Veteran Highland Foot, Highland Grenadiers, British Grenadiers, and British Foot. Okay. So they have artillery, just not cavalry. So we'll keep that in mind. We should still be able to have a great advantage over them because of our massive numbers of cavalry. Alright. Settlement with the river. Alright, let's see what kind of weaponry they have. Ooh, those are good Jaeger rifles on the Brunswickers. Yikes, that could be dangerous. Okay. And for the artillery, iron with a little bit of bronze. Okay, that's not awful. It's not the worst thing ever. It is something that we can work with. I like having a hill for the guns, preferably. Alright, remove the bayonets. You all act as grenadiers, so you don't need to. And the artillery can just be set up right here. That works. Set the general back here. Probably set the recruits to flank here on this side. And set up the grenadiers behind the main line. And make sure the cavalry is out here, basically in its entirety. Alright. Excellent. So let's see, Regiment of the Royal Marines. We want to keep them out here. That should work pretty well. Alright. Some open fighting, a little bit of elevation here on the right flank. Nothing too exciting in that regard. But that's alright. It's not the main intended purpose anyway. Alright, didn't move the cavalry. Let's do that right quick. Get all the cavalry set up. Alright. And that looks great. I'm gonna adjust this line a little bit, however. I want our line angled down this way a little bit. I don't want them to intercept our troops in the open and decide to do most of the battle with them. I would much rather them also engage our Marines and the like. So I will be adjusting, particularly with that in mind. Make sure to set up the recruits here as well. Got the general over here with the recruits for obvious reasons. Alright, let's see what they decide to do. Looks like they will move forward against us. I believe they're still unlimbered. Alright, great. Awesome. Okay. This is looking better and better by the moment. I don't necessarily want them there like that. That's much better. Okay. They do have grenadiers over here, though. I better move these guys over here. That could be a big problem. Lots of grenadiers in the center as well, so we're going to move these guys here. Just to be sure we're not going to have any issues. Do not want any problems with them potentially breaking through the lines. We don't really need that. Alright, Brunswicker Musketeers are going to do their thing. They are the one... Well, no, they're not the ones with the Jaeger rifles, actually, believe it or not. They are, however, and our men can't respond to them. So we are going to move them up a little bit and be sure that we can get them. Okay, we're going to set these cavalry on them, and the rest of the cavalry is going to move forward towards the guns and the rear line of the enemy. Make sure to watch the line, make sure we're not getting assaulted by enemy troops. That would be ideal. Alright, keep an eye out for that. Definitely moving up now against the artillery. Ah, the grenadiers are charging. Alright, get in there, help out those recruits. Oof. Cavalry's taking some damage here with the enemy canister fire. Not very exciting. How are we holding up over here? We are doing well. That's good. Alright, enemy artillery attack the Highland foot. Oof. We're about to have some troops break here on this flank over here. That's not great. We're going to send them after the veteran foot. Highland Grenadiers. Alright. Excellent. No, General. General, I need you over here still. Let's go. It's okay. Don't get distracted. Stay focused. Alright, very good. Alright, I hear the sound of charging somewhere. Ah, yes, good. It's my cavalry. It's not too bad then. Alright. Cavalry is doing great. Trying to mop them up. Ah. Keep firing on them. Let's target those grenadiers there that are desiring to shoot at our grenadiers. Not hip on that idea. cavalry still getting plenty of kills. We will break them soon. Alright, and that's it. That's the battle. Had to break that last unit of foot, and we got it. Our cavalry completely overwhelmed their flanks, and we did have a strong defensive position, so that definitely worked out in our favor. Alright, 13, 15. We can do dollars and ammo, because we really need ammo right now. Unfortunately, artillery, as amazing as it is, because it is amazing, is burning through the ammo, like, super fast. New artillery trait. Let's be good. Okay, range. Yeah, we can do range. That sounds good to me. Over 600 range for all three. That's really good. Okay, so reload and ammo consumption. So who needs reload? You two do. Okay. We'll do that. And give a canteen to them. The boots should go to, wow, the very, very slow grenadiers. Swiss have the better reload. That works out there as well. Okay, 52, 55, 56. We'll give this to the elite Scottish Guard. Okay. And entrenching tools we'll give to those troops. That's very good. Alright. Excellent. I'm glad to see we got some ranks out of this. Now, do I want them to be dragoons or do I want them to be hussars? Hussars have less morale. Higher charge and melee. Higher speed and stamina. Less shooting ability, but more soldiers. I'm honestly not sure yet. Then I'll have to go along with figuring out what unit they're going to be honest with you. These guys are field artillery now. That's excellent. And gentleman cavalry upgrade here. That's really good. Likewise. Watching the cavalry upgrade is a very, very good thing. Okay, let's actually click on the icon this time. Okay, cool. Swiss troops are upgraded. They are going to be veteran fusiliers. These particular ones are not going to be grenadiers. Alright. Excellent. Everything's looking pretty good. Let's see. You still don't have carbines? Goodbye ammo. No carbines? Goodbye ammo. Oh, let's not do the troop numbers. That would be good. No, that would not be good. Alright, now we have more ammo for things. That looks better. Okay. Time to get the encampment. Let's see what we got. Bitter cold. No blankets, no pelts. Oh, man. Attrition. Thankfully, we didn't suffer attrition. That's good. Our men realized that there was nothing we could do, and it wasn't our fault. Okay. Prisoner wagons. Ransom them. Reservists. On arms. Recruit infantry regiment. One musket from inventory. Which musket do we want to use up for them? I guess it has to be the Charleville. We don't have any worn ones. Okay. How many units do we need, actually? 1, 2. So we get 1 from this act, 1 from Act 3, and 1 infantry. Okay, so... I'm not sure if we actually want the recruits, because we're likely to get some event that gives us a unit of troops. I think I'd rather have the volunteers. We'll do that instead. It's a little bit of a tough decision, but I wanted to be sure. Oh, that's an encamped army. I kind of want to fight that because I don't know that we'll get the opportunity to return and do that again later. For sure. Although we do have an encampment over there. We could just cut across here and then come back around. I like that idea. This will be tough, potentially. But we're going to do it. Ooh, boy. This is a large, elite British force. Alright, 3 batteries of artillery. They have Hessian cavalry. That could be extremely dangerous. Hessian cavalry is very good cavalry. 35-45 base, it's fairly equivalent to our cavalry. Now, when we're looking at ours here, though, we're seeing the benefits from our equipment and upgrades as well. So that's not entirely accurate. It'll probably be better than 35-45. Alright, British foot. Some land militia and recruits still. Veteran foot. Royal Welsh Fusiliers. More veteran foot. Alright. We can do this. We've got to watch our morale. We can't let our line start breaking in multiple sectors. But we can definitely do this. Okay, so we have the woods here, the Split River. Okay. Very interesting. Let us see which flank the Welsh Fusiliers are at. British foot. Okay, this is by far their weaker flank. And their right wing is a lot more powerful. Ooh, they got good Potsdams on them. 25-second reload. That is none too shabby. And Jaeger rifles on this British foot over here. Okay. Let's check the Hessian cat. Yeah, as I mentioned, it's higher than the base numbers. 57, 68. Thankfully, they don't have any carbines. 58, 69, no carbines. The provincials do have carbines, but they're 41, 43. That is dangerous. We're going to have to rely on our overwhelming numbers for our cavalry, especially for carbines. As you can see, though, 101 and 126. That is absolutely amazing. Even our lighter cavalry is pretty decent. Okay. Cavalry is going to go on this wing here. That's for certain. Alright, and then artillery, of course, is going to go here, because we're going to put them on the hill. And I think I want the recruits on this side this time. And I want the more elite troops over here this time. Because the cavalry are in support on the other flank, I'm going to keep the grenadiers here with the mainline troops. Instead of the recruits, the grenadiers are going to accompany the rest of them. Alright, moving on up. Get the artillery in position. Our artillery will be crucial for this battle. Alright, everybody's on the move. We are probably taking on this army a little sooner than we ought. This could be very, very dangerous for us. But I don't want to miss the opportunity, and I want more doctrines. I don't like missing these encampment battles anyway. set up the line. That's great. Alright, they need to get there. Still, they have a little ways to go. Alright, the artillery is almost in position. Alright, they are in position. And we will allow them to begin firing. I do believe I'm going to have them target the cavalry, though. Make our cavalry's job easier. And that will allow us to hit the enemy in the rear, where it hurts the most, when their line approaches us, of course. Oof, that was pretty damaging. Not a bad little barrage there. Alright, that's pretty good. Set up the grenadiers here, so there's less likely chance of funny business. Cavalry over here. Begin their maneuvers. Alright, they're peeling away. It's very interesting. Let's see here. How's their cavalry looking? It's looking a little rougher for wear. So we'll go ahead and turn to the other cavalry then. Swing around their flank as best we can. We're drawing several of their units off, which is fine. Did I remove bayonets? I did not remove bayonets. Good thing I just thought of it. Alright. They did get a few shots off on our cavalry, but it's alright. We're hanging there. We are charging their line, taking a little bit of damage. Gonna do the follow through. Just go straight from one to the next. Excellent. We're gonna move the guard cab up. We're going to let the others continue to fight. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Some sporadic fighting starting in the center and left flanks. They're trying to charge our cavalry. We're going to hit them with the next wave behind. Excellent. Taking some damage. Alright, we did manage to defeat them, however. Now we have to hit their artillery. No small feat. And they do still have some artillery support. So we do have to keep that in mind. Who's charging? Okay, that's just their guys getting run down, apparently. Ooh, they are targeting our elite troops here. That's not good. Coming upon them. Heavier fighting in the center now. Ooh, canister fire. That's not fun. Alright, the Hessian cavalry is charging here, so we're going to pull back. Try to hit these guns so we take less canister fire. That's really dangerous. Extremely dangerous. Alright, make sure we get that. Take it out. Alright, these boys are ready. Go run them down. Excellent. Ah, okay. So they're sending the Royal Welsh Fusiliers back to deal with my cavalry. That is interesting indeed. What are we firing on? Let's target this foot here, see what we can do. Well, let's target the veteran foot that are chewing up our Swiss troops right now. That's not something that I desire, of course. If they want the cavalry, let them come and try to get them. That's A-okay with me. Prepare our grenadiers here a little bit. They're still reloading. How much brace? They don't have any bracing? Let's do it. Alright, we're going to hit them with all of our cavalry at once. And just do our best to shatter their line. I'll leave one of them chasing after them. Alright, the recruits have won their fighting over here. Keep firing over there. Swiss troops, excellent. Going in for the charge. Gonna wait till they do their volley, then we'll go in for the charge there. Excellent, that's doing good. There's their volley. They're charging. Going in. Hey, General, go back. Go inspire the Swiss troops here on the left flank. Let us do that very quickly. Alright, we can twist our line here a little bit. Alright, we're going to shatter their lines here. Alright, we sent the cavalry in. They are just about done. The veteran foot, yep, they just gave in. That was the death knell to their army. Alright. That was a pretty good fight. That went very well. We did take some casualties, but it went very well. 1260, I like that. That's a good deal of money. Some really good items, too. Awesome. Their artillery did okay. Veteran foot did pretty good against us. Otherwise, we kept them down quite a bit. Quite a bit. The Swiss killed 565. Those are good numbers. Even the recruits held out well for themselves. We lost 1,900. Yeah, we need to do the reservists. As much as I want the Tollers and ammo, that's 3287 reservists, 50% casualties, and we'll cover the losses. Speaking of losses and reservists, we're going to do field hospitals. Casualties restored after battles, 15%. Really big fan of field hospitals. Somewhat important for the army. Alright, awesome. Reload the ammo for certain units. Alright, getting a little low on ammo. We'll be alright. Alright, Bibles. Let's get more Bibles for our cavalry. because they tend to be taking a lot of fire damage, unfortunately. We do have more horses. That looks good. Have a lance, that also looks good. Basket hangers, that's also good. Give that to the Swiss. Should help them quite a lot. Let's see, what's the reload? Yeah. Yeah, they needed to keep firing. Cover bonus and max range. What are the ranges on our troops here? 132. Yeah, we can do that for them. That'll allow them to reach out and touch the enemy a little bit, get a little closer than they'd like for their own comfort zones. Excellent. Charge treaties. Okay, we can use that. Alright, that worked out very well for us. So now we're going to come across here since we need another encampment. And then the 5 convoys. Looks like we can get them all through here. We'll come down and head back left again, back west. Alright, ooh, a fort. Let's grab that right quick. Abandoned. Take it or garrison it for a week and get 2 weapons. Yeah, we're doing that. 2 Potsdams. See, that is something I like to see. Yeah, there we go. That works quite nicely. Alright, let's head up here to the encampment now. And yes, winter is coming. Yes, indeed. Tired veteran, hire him as regimental, let's do it. Got the French guards, got another regimental staff drill master. It makes their morale suck even more, but hey. I put them over here, the French guards are gonna go over here. Awesome. They already come with some good equipment too. Solid troops here. And they count as heavies. Their melee and charge is very good. So they're going to be grenadiers also. So as you can see, we have full brigade of line infantry or fusiliers. Almost a full brigade, shy of just 1 for the grenadiers. Full for heavy cavalry. 1 more artillery needed. And 2 more light cav needed, and we have 2 recruits right now. So things are looking good in that department. Alright, head on down the road, shall we? Let's see what we got. Another encampment battle. Interesting. Battlefield, convoy, okay, because we're going to get that convoy. We're going to actually come back down here, buy some food, and then head on over here, buy some more food, head on west to get all these convoys. Finish our mission. Then if we have extra time, we're going to come down around this way and then back over because the HQ is over here. So, we'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and call it here, guys. Right before this battle here that we're going to do. It's going to be fantastic. They have 3 artillery. Again, 2 Hessian cavalry with some provincials. British foot. Land millets, a few recruits, British Grenadiers, Royal Welch Fusiliers, and Veteran Foot once again. Alright. Well, thank you all for joining me. God bless.